when your focal point is the center, Stan Van Gundy does the four flex out. So
Mm,
that ain't gonna work against the Lakers for 7 to win a series.
yeah, the Lakers was man. They had Paul Gasol, Lamar Odom. People. It's crazy because like Lamar Odom became a crackhead, and everybody forgot how good this nigga was. Like,
Lamar Odom was what a 6 man was. He created the 6 man. He could have been a
no,
starter for real, for real. Like, I mean, he
he just
was,
yeah
but
he chose to be the six man. That's it,
right.
bro. That
But
nigga
Phil
was nice. He had
facts.
handles,
He
a
could shoot. He
shot.
could post up.
Yeah,
He high
yeah.
IQ. Lamar Odom was like, yo, he
He
was
was
it, bro.
tough
He
when he was
was.
with the Clippers. I still got a Lamar Odom Clippers jersey, the swingman joint.
Yeah, man. But when he left, I think that's where his kind of like his breakdown happened after the Lakers got rid of didn't bring him back. Or
Yeah,
yeah,
and
I think
and
that's
then
when it. Yeah,
he was already out in Hollywood too. So
yeah, yeah.
he, life happens.
It do, man. It do. I felt so bad because he was like, yo, Lamar, like that was my go-to on 2K NBA Live
That's what
before I
I'm
started playing.
saying.
Yeah, before I stopped playing NBA Live, that was my go-to.
Yeah. Just let y'all know we live on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
energy, how we turn enemies. Now I'm in the booth and I'm singing these melodies. You was a part of the legacy, you was my destiny. Now we move separately, seeing you and him trying to tap in my jealousy. I should just let you be, you ain't won't let me free. Since you got the recipe, you moving recklessly. You want my energy, how we turn enemies. One to the head like I'm Kennedy, writing this song, girl, and you sleeping preciously. I know your tendencies, we need some therapy. Our love got equity, everyone first, girl, but who come in second me? Everyone first, girl, but who come in second me?
Yes, sir. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy AB, and we back at it again with this new episode number 5 of the Open Gym Podcast, man. And y'all just seen right there a snippet, well, not even a snippet, that's the visual art of a great artist, co-host of this show as well, Zig the Artist, song called
Thank you.
Good stuff.
Thank you. So, let me get it
How we
right.
turn
I'm gonna
enemies.
bring them in, so I don't confuse my man's song. As you can see, we got the crew here today. Zig the Artist,
Yeah.
my man Zach, and we here, man. That's the new vid, man. Why we turn enemies, man? Tell us about it, man. What's going on, man? How y'all doing, man? How y'all feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling
Good.
great, you know. But what it's about is this is regular life. Like, you know, it can be. I always tell people it can always be friends. It can be, you know, in a relationship. It can be family. Like you, so I'm saying, how we turn enemies after all this time. We shared these moments of love, and then now we sitting here. We don't even speak. I don't even know if you're alive. Like, so that's pretty much how that went.
Hey,
That's
man,
deep.
listen. I'll tell y'all one thing right now. That's literally one of my favorite tracks off the new EP, new album. My apologies. My new album called Louder Than Words, man. It's streaming everywhere. Spotify,
Thank you.
MySpace, Instagram, everywhere you needed to get it.
Not MySpace. Let it stay
Wait,
in the grave, man.
hold
Let it stay in
on.
the grave,
Y'all
man.
go check that out. All your streaming networks called Louder Than Words, the new album. That call right there. That song is called what, sir?
How we turn enemies.
How We Turn Enemies. So, we here, Open Gym Podcast, episode 5. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be here with my guys once again, man. I'm glad to be with you guys, participating, sitting here, just listening to us for a little bit, talk about sports, because that's what this is about. Sports, and more sports, but we bring it in a way where we all just have fun, laugh, have a good time. I know if you're in the Philadelphia area,
Give me that.
or this northeastern area in general, man, the snow is kind of crazy. It's cold. It's snow everywhere. It's slippery. It's icy. All those things, man. But we here to provide entertainment, fun, and just overall just a good time today, man. So I'm glad you guys are here. Glad you guys are here to have a good time with us. So again,
Wait, Zach, where's Zach go?
someone dropped out. It's cool. We'll get him back eventually. Zach done dropped out, but we'll get him back. We'll worry about that when the time comes, though, man. I'm just glad to be here with you guys, man. And we just gonna hop right into it. We just gonna hop right to it. Again, I'm your guy, AB. This is Zig the Artist, man. We here. We're gonna have a good time. So we're gonna start this off, man. The new episode of the Open Gym Podcast, and we just gonna have some fun. So before we even get into anything, we did all the introductions. We did everything we needed to do when it comes to that. I don't know what's going on right now. Everyone is there. We go.
Yeah, I got you. There we go.
Get into it real early. Just wanted to let you know, man. Guess what today is? You know what today is? No, you don't know what today is? Well, I'll let you know what today is. Today is January 29th, I'm sorry. And it's National Corn Chip Day. Like what? National Corn Chip Day. Again, it's what's your favorite corn chip? What's your favorite brand? If you even like corn chips, like what is it? What do you even bang with corn chips? Like, are you a corn chip guy? Like tell me all about it.
I like corn chips.
You like
They good.
corns?
They just the last. You know how you get a bag of chips? They come in like the variety pack. That's the last pack I eat.
So you don't leave the corn chips in for last like everyone else. You dive in and go get a corn chip easy.
No. I'll leave it last. I'll leave it last.
Oh, you don't bake with the corn chip. Oh, Zach is
No,
back with us, man. I was just
I
telling
like
the
corn
people
chips though.
it's National Corn Chip Day today, man. Are you a I know it's unorthodox, but are you a corn chip guy? Are you do indulge in it? Is it a flavor? Is it a certain brand? Anything like that? Like, are you a corn chip guy?
I could do the
All right, we having some
He breaking up.
difficulties here. No, but we good there. About me personally,
Comcast out. Like,
I'm a corn chip guy. I don't like regular though. Let me show you real quick though. For me, this is where I'm at when it come to Georgia. Gotta get a good Frito. Gotta get
I
a
like
good,
those.
Gotta
It
get
gotta
a
be
good
Fritos.
Frito with the flavored twist of honey barbecue. Like you gotta bang with the Frito chips. You feel me? Like I don't know. I don't know. Like when I'm want a little something, I go grab me a little Frito drink, and then you gotta get the classics. You gotta get the classic. If you don't know about these, you probably ain't grow up in the hood or something. I don't know, cause I know when I went to the store, I used to grab these joints all the time. You know, back when chips was like 25 cents. You gotta get the Wise Dipsy Doodle barbecue joints, dog. Like,
yo,
come on, man. The Dipsy Doodle Wise
the
corn
Dipsy
chip
Doodles.
joints. Them joints, man. They love. I've been with these joints. Like, what? I
Yeah, they
smash a
good
couple of
too.
these bags like easy. No hezzy for real. I'm telling y'all that right
Yes, sir.
now, dog. So definitely, I've definitely banged with the corn chips. But since we talking about corn chips, I'm gonna segue this thing a little bit, and I'm gonna turn this a little different way since this is a sports pod, right? So I'm gonna say, corn chips, they crunchy, they make a mess. You know what I'm saying? They stink. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? These are all the things that corn chips do. So I'm gonna switch this up a little bit, right? Corn chips, right? I'm gonna take this to sports. Any sports at all, no matter if it's basketball, football, soccer, I don't give a crap what sports it is. Badminton, I don't give a crap. Who is your who is your corn chip player that he just stank. He just corny. no, all pun intended. He just corny as ever. Like, who's your corn chip in any sport? You anybody can start. No, maybe we start with you, Zig. Who's your corn chip player that you just can't stand? Like, who's that?
Yeah. So y'all know who I was gonna pick. If y'all watch the show, y'all know who I was gonna pick. But then I had to really think about it. So my corn chip guy is Sam Bradford. Like from
Sammy
down
Sleeves.
down to the sleeves, like, and then he robbed the NFL. Like multiple teams for
The Vikings is one.
massive amount of money, and didn't produce anything. Like they did. Oh, he has a great arm. I just used to always. Oh, he can read this. He got a great arm. I never seen that man be good one time, man.
A day in his life.
Yeah, and then his swag just he got the opening face mask. He might as well have a punter face mask. Then his sleeves, them joints dumb loose. Like, how you even playing? Like, he just
What
corny.
about you, Zach? Your corn chip player? Who just like corny?
Ooh.
They stink. It's just like no.
Man, from a standpoint of just like corny, like, but corny can be funny. I'm gonna say Travis Mahomes. I'm gonna say Mahomes for real. Like, I cringe every time I like have to look at one.
That's dope.
Pat.
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong.
It is what it is.
He's corny. One of the best quarterbacks right now. But when I be looking at his interviews, I be like, bro, I can't do this anymore, bro. He's like, but his State Farm commercials are funny.
To like Russell Wilson, great quarterback, but that bull is corny. Like
he is corny.
But
he is a cornball.
He ain't corny like Patrick Mahomes. Now that he said that.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes be saying some random
like
stuff sometimes.
Mahomes.
No. I think it's two different sides of corny when
Right.
they two different spectrums of corny. Because Russell Westbrook, like I don't know if you've seen that video with Russell Wilson.
These
He
cornrows he
talking
be
about
having.
it was some late night video. He just trying to be cool, talking about I found the new name. I found the new nickname. They're gonna call me Mr. Unlimited. I don't do things regular. I do things supreme. So I'm Mr. Unlimited. I'm like, dude, if you don't shut the hell up and just play some football, man, be great on the field. Stop talking. You got Sierra in your corner. You good at football. Just be quiet. Let your stock rise, and you keep doing what you're doing. But you sitting here trying to talk, create a brand, yo. You killing me right now. Like, so he's definitely a corny dude.
He
Now, I'm
definitely
gonna
a
take it even
cornball.
step further. Now, I'm gonna go to basketball, right? And people probably he's not all right. Let me say this: he's not corny when it comes to his specialty and what he does, because he was a great 3-point shooter in the NBA. But to me, I dislike Jason Terry so freaking much. I mean, everything about that man, from the headband, from the small peanut head to the long tube socks that he bring all the way up to his knees. I hate
Not
everything
the
about that
knees.
man basketball swag and talking, everything in basketball. And I was so happy when Eddie House slapped his headband backwards that day when they was playing against the Celtics
The ultimate
in the
disrespect.
playoffs that year, yo. Like, that, man, I was just also, because that's another thing that got on my nerves. Like, he was so corny, like, swag-wise and everything. He was good at shooter, but he was corny overall. But then he talked so much crap, and you know for sure, Zig, being a Bron fan, you know when they played them Heats, he was like this. He was the first Patrick Beverly when it comes to LeBron James. Like, that's all he did was this.
But hold on. I gotta stop you though. I gotta stop you though. He backed up his trash talk though. Unlike Patrick Beverly though, he backed it up though.
He did.
I can respect it. If you talking trash, but then you back it up, I can respect it.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I ain't
season
seen
hurt my
Jason
heart,
Terry.
He definitely backed it up.
Yeah, I ain't seen Jason Terry ball since Brian yammed on him on the alley-oop.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I remember that.
I don't know where. Like, honestly, he just disappeared. I don't even. All of that trash talk and all of that, it stopped.
He was on the Bucks for a while, and then I think he like retired. Like, and then he just retired.
It was something. It was something along their lines. He did after that run with the I can't even think of anything, with the Mavs. It basically, he just bounced around essentially like that for a good little minute, and then he just, like you said, just disappeared. like literally just like disappeared. I don't know what happened to him, where he went, anything like that. But
yeah, he played with the Bucks.
Man. But yeah, that was just a little fun fact thing. I wanted to do it with you guys just to lighten up everything. But we just want to hop right into it, man. We just wanted to give you guys just some time just to have a good time and talk while we all snowed in down here in this side of things. And, we're just going to wrap it off a little bit and get out y'all here. So we're going to move on. NBA time. It's that time of season. We got the NFL winding down. NFL in the playoffs. You got them in the championship rounds for the conference and everything like that. Moving on. So the transition is starting. You got the Super Bowl within a matter of weeks. I would say 3 to 4 weeks, essentially like that. You got the Super Bowl coming up. So right now, the NBA is getting hot and heavy. We're about to enter into two important parts of the NBA schedule that we're going to talk about today. We have the trade deadline, and then we have NBA All-Star Weekend. So let's just start with the nitty-gritty, which is the latest news as of yesterday, which is the 28th. James Harden, he reported, he said he's not signing his extension. He's not signing his extension. He wants to test free agency. He's not necessarily saying he wouldn't come back to the Nets, but then obviously once that came out, all the different rumors came out, because you already know the connection with him and Daryl Morey and how Daryl Morey always loved him and he wanted him to be with the Sixers. And so you got that going on, but then you got other players and teams looking at that situation as well, trying to see are the Nets actually going to trade him. And then right after that, the Nets come out, they let you know, we're not trading James Harden this year. They specifically said this year. So that leaves it open for the offseason because he has a player option, meaning he can choose to stay with the team, opt into the contract to finish it out for the last year, or just forego that last year and that last bit of money, and just go into free agency and try to get it there, essentially like that. So when you got that going on, that leads into February 10th, which is the trade deadline. And I wanted to just talk to you guys for a bit as far as the trade deadline. What do you think about James Harden? Should he leave? Should he stay? And if he does leave, where does he go? Where do you think he go? And then overall in the NBA trade deadline, it's a great time. As we did before in an earlier pod this year, we talked about the NFL trade deadline and free agency and different things like that. I love this time of year, all the rumors, all the talking, all the hot takes, all the everything. It's just a lot going on, and half the time nothing happens, but still just all that build up to that day. It's amazing and it's fun when you're really into sports. So tell me about trade deadline. Do you love it? Do you not love it when it comes to the NBA? How it's functioned? Then also as far as who you looking to be moved, if they're going to be moving, who will be players in the trade market as far as what teams and stuff, man. We just going to talk about it for a little bit. Me personally, I started off. James Harden might not be this year, as I do believe, unless a crazy package is presented to the Nets. I can see them moving them this year, but it got to be crazy. It got to be basically what they got for him, damn near, essentially like that, from what the Houston got for him, damn near, essentially like that. So I do believe it'll be moved, but it probably will be during the off season. But as far as players in it, I believe this year is probably the first year I believe is going to be more movement than we've seen in a couple years. And I'm not going to sit here and say it would be all big names that'll be moved, because those contracts and trades are a little bit different or harder to initiate and execute. But it's going to be a lot of little trades, mid-level trades, maybe an all-star, a person who's an all-star being moved, something like that. I really believe stuff like that is going to happen. So I do believe, like, let's say, I know the Blazers been talked about all year. I do believe even with the Blazers, like, the way their season is going with Dame out being hurt, CJ the only one back, everyone else just not basically living up to the potential of how they play. I believe like they're going to be players in this thing. I'm not going to say it. I don't believe they're going to sit back and just hold pack with it. Rather, and I believe it's one of their guys is going to be moved if someone wants them. I should say that. So it's going to be either CJ or Dame. We already heard that Nurkic and Covington is on the block. Essentially, yesterday the Wizards said everybody is on the block except for Bradley Beal. Like, literally, you can get Montrez, you can get whoever you want. Everyone is on the block. They can get trades. So I definitely think they're going to be players in it. You got Spencer Dinwiddie and stuff like that over there. The Cavs are looking to add a wing or something like that. They're going to be players. Obviously, the Nets, we all know the Sixers going, because the Sixers need to, if they want to compliment Joel Embiid in this amazing season he's doing. It's a couple people. I wouldn't be surprised if the top teams, like the Lakers, they're going to try to make a move. Reports came out, they trying to send THT some picks and for Buddy Hield, which they should have did. We talked about plenty of times. They should have did that in the beginning. That should have been the first move they did before they did the Russ thing and stuff like that. So, talk about what you guys think. What are you looking at this upcoming trade deadline season, which is only, 12 days away? This is coming up shortly and soon.
I personally, the James Harden speculation, they can't trade him because it's collusion, especially with Daryl Morey. So I'm not really looking for that. To be honest, I'm tired of James Harden hopping around. Like, at this point, if you're gonna trade him next year or if you're gonna let him walk, because none of the three of the Nets have been able to remain healthy. And then Kyrie, they have to pay like $68,000 to let him play if he doesn't get vaccinated for all the home games. That's the fine they have to pay for New York. The Ben Simmons, I mean, it's looming. I think Daryl Morey is asking for too much considering he hasn't played. And then the last few times in the playoffs, he's choked. Your value is not high when you choke in the playoffs. So I'm just a little, with that. I think De'Aaron Fox is a good piece to look out for him to go.
Ben said that.
Yeah, I don't think the Lakers are in a position to trade. Like Tucker, yeah, he's good, but that's not a headline package. Like you're not gonna get what you think you're gonna get in return for that. And it's like, I think the Lakers, the roster what they have, that's the roster they're gonna finish with because nothing that they're offering is attractive to any other teams. You're gonna have to consider thinking about trading AD. At the end of the day, are you gonna do it? No, but that's the only piece. But he can't even.
I got something to say about that. But go ahead.
Right, and then I'm looking to see what the Pacers are going to do. They have quite a few pieces. Karis LeVert, Sabonis. Yeah, like Rick Carlisle obviously wants to blow that whole team up. The Pistons, you want to watch? I don't want to see him leave because he's from Maryland. Jeremy Grant, I don't want to see him leave, but he's going to be a piece that people are going to look out. Like if he goes,
he's tough.
Yeah, whatever contender he goes to, that puts them up a notch. Like I hope he doesn't go to Utah because I'm sorry, Utah is the same way I feel about the Tennessee Titans. Yes, they have the roster. Yes, it looks good, but then they never figure it out. But we'll talk about the Titans later. But I'm done. I ain't gonna say nothing else. I'm done.
With you though when it comes to that though, because I love the Don. I love Donovan Mitchell. I love Spider Mitchell.
Right.
But that Utah is that I feel like is that team that they're a team. It's a collection of good players. They play well together, but they would never win. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like they always gonna be there. They're always gonna be the playoffs. They always gonna play for number one seeds. They're always gonna be in the mix of top 5. You know what I mean? All that. The numbers.
Oh yeah.
But as soon as it's time to just like let's go win. I mean, unless Donovan Mitchell just snap in the playoffs, and just have a
they need another. They need
I gotta
another
say one more thing.
Though.
My bad. I gotta say one more thing.
No, you're good.
Last year, I told everybody that if Golden State just holds on to Andrew Wiggins, it's going to work out for them. Because that system, Steve Kerr's system, is like that for him.
You know what?
But we was talking about that.
We listen. I got something for that. Trust me, because I remember you said that as well, and you weren't the only one. We're gonna get to
because we was talking about that the first episode that came in. I like Andrew Wiggins.
Me too.
A lot to say about Andrew Wiggins right now.
He went to Minnesota. When is the last time Minnesota's been? It was Chauncey Billups, Kevin Garnett. Minnesota is a hard place to play in. Like people act like he didn't go to the worst franchise in the league.
But as well, when you're the number one pick, they're looking for you to be that franchise guy as well, though. Change the franchise around the fortunes of it.
Yeah, but we was talking about that. It's just because they was trying to. I think they was trying to compare him to Bron. That's why I feel like people didn't appreciate Andrew Wiggins when he first got to the Cavs because he was still doing the same thing he's doing now. It's just they wanted LeBron James. Yeah, and he shoot a little better. Yeah, they just wanted LeBron James. But far as me, like with the James Harden thing, I just feel like, so James Harden should stay. Like if he can stay on the Nets. If he doesn't want to if he gets the option to pick it up, I think he should stay there because it's just like I'm watching him and the way the league is set up now, the way they call the fouls, the way they call the rules and things now. Right. Like he's on the end of his career. Like he's on the end side of his career because it's just I don't know, but I guess I don't know. I think Kyrie is kind of messing up the team.
The Nets which is
kind of because but when he plays, he's a fucking boss.
Yeah, like because like when you see when he on the court, he does some major amazing things, but like you said. When you an owner and you about the business, things like this, decisions like this have to at least be discussed. Let's say that. You don't necessarily got to follow through with it because I know they probably would want to move Kyrie before they want to move James Harden for sure.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they already know once you move Kyrie, the chances of KD actually staying there, even with Harden,
It's slim.
drops tremendously. He's literally
tremendously.
only there
I
because
think
of
KD.
Kyrie Irving.
I think KD want to leave now. Like
I
I
wouldn't
just
be
feel
surprised
like
because they see it. First,
I feel like the
they
Nets
traded everything
they
they
done.
had, and then even now, how you got your only good young athletic center, and what's Knicks is his name, Claxton, on the trade block. He's your only big, and then after that, you got Blake Griffin, LaMarcus Aldridge, God bless his soul, who just came back from almost essentially dying, and then Paul Millsap. Like seriously, you think any of them are going to do anything with Embiid?
You know what's crazy though, bro.
Embiid when it comes to that.
You know what's crazy about the Nets. We was talking about this earlier off air. They're the same team when they try to bring Joe Johnson, Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce. They're the same team. Like they got the names. They might win the season games, but this team is not. I don't think they built for the playoffs. Like of course they'll win games and stuff like that, but in a 7-game series when you can lock down, they're gonna run into some problems. I think in the playoffs, and I think like far as James Harden coming to the Sixers, I don't know. I wouldn't want that.
But do y'all believe these type of players are going to be moved? Are they going to
not this year?
You know what I'm saying? Like, or is any smaller moves going to be made? Like I said, because I can see Buddy Hield being moved. Like you said, De'Aaron Fox being moved. THC.
I think that's who the Sixers should go get. I've been saying that. I think they should go get Fox. Like, Fox would be perfect on the Sixers.
Perfect.
Like perfect.
That's
I don't see them trying to go get no old ass James Harden, none of that. Like go get De'Aaron Fox.
Let me know you saw.
No, real right.
That's real.
Is going to try. I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah, he is.
Of course, because you have to try. But nah, Fox is definitely the best option.
Longevity too.
I think longevity. I think you still help Embiid get to the finals with him. And also when Embiid leaves, because I'll say Embiid got a good 2 to 3 years, like actually being at this level that he's at. But once he decides to leave, you still have that, you still have that chemistry. You still have the young players.
Facts.
And then you can just build around that. They go get James Harden. James Harden can retire in 2 to 3 years.
Half of Philadelphia just cussed you out, bro. I just want to let you know, since you talking about Embiid leaving, half of Philly just cussed you out.
No, Embiid, because he gets like he's not. This is the first time I've seen him actually be healthy.
Right.
But can he sustain this all the way to the chip?
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
I agree with you. Yeah.
But I feel it's the level that he's at, the 30 and 10, the 30-15s, the 30-15s and 5s, like that type of game.
Right.
He got like about 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, I agree.
Before that starts diminishing.
Yeah, I agree because Doc Rivers is probably the best thing to happen to Joel Embiid, and I don't mean to rain on the Sixers, huh?
I said, is he really?
I
think so.
He playing like a big man. Like he's finally really going into his bag.
Deficiencies, but I get what you said though, for sure.
Right, but my thing is, he doesn't have a Robin at all. Like that's why I would see him getting fatigued, exhausted, and hurt. He don't have a number 2. And like, don't get me wrong, you can play small ball, you can play in and out, but he needs another number 2. Because if I was him, me and Ben probably would have had words like for real on the real. Because like you mad,
they did though.
They
did.
I'm just saying like. I'm talking about like constantly.
He's probably saying it, but they definitely had words. That's why the relationship wasn't the best. You know what I mean? They didn't dislike each other, but it wasn't like they was on the weekend
hanging out.
Bro, what you doing? We just slide down to Del Frisco's. We out. Let's get a steak and asparagus. Like
right,
nothing like that.
Right, but I'm saying I'll be in his ear every day because the reality is Ben Simmons is mad over a comment that when they asked Doc Rivers, do you see yourself winning with Ben Simmons? You're mad because he couldn't really give you a straightforward answer. Y'all just lost. It was an emotion. It was that response was based off emotion. So you're really sitting out
because nothing.
Right. Like, bro, you had Trae Young. Trae Young was putting up point. Like, come. Oh my God, I'm not even gonna rehash that.
Look, you opening the wound right there.
I'm not even a Philly. I'm not even a Sixers fan, bro. And I feel for y'all, bro.
Yeah. Nah, I'm with you. And just real fast, we was talking about the Kings of De'Aaron Fox. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm not sure if y'all looked into him a lot over there down there in Sacktown, but I've just been studying him, looking at his numbers, what he's done in the last couple of years, and how he's been playing.
He's balling.
The young boy, Tyrese Halliburton, man, he's a nice piece. He shoots the three well. He shoots over 35% from three. Let me tell you this. He's 23 years old. He is top 5 in steals, 3-point percentage, and assists. All three. Things you need in today's NBA from your point guard. And guess what? He plays, and the steals isn't the Allen Iverson lead the league in steals year when he was just cherry picking and just, playing the passing leagues. No, he bodying up. He long. He's 6'6", 7-foot wingspan. So don't be surprised if like a smaller move like that was to happen to get him over here. Cause you saying Fox and Tyrese and Embiid playing together. I see the fit even better with Tyrese Halliburton because now it releases Maxey to play off ball, be the shooting guard that he really is, and you can keep Tyrese Halliburton there distributing the ball and shooting the three at a clip over league average. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that, and like you said, another guy after the next 5 years, if Embiid was to leave, you got something to build around and grow, and by that time, obviously, throughout the years, you should be adding more pieces to the team to continue going like that. So that's the NBA.
I mean, we'll see though.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we'll see.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying we'll see. As far as it's always a movement in the NBA. The NBA is different from the NFL. In the NFL you probably see like 2 or 3 trades, but it's definitely going to be movement. As far as I don't think it's going to be big name movements until next year.
So no, you don't see no big name whatsoever being moved at the deadline, because in the NBA nothing really happens until the day of or the day
of.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so because right now the league is wide open. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Everybody going to try their hand. There's no dominant team in the NBA except like the Suns, maybe.
That's why I believe
I don't think so because I don't think so. Everybody going to try their hands. They're going to wait for the other free agents to get off their contract. Why spend money or capital on someone that you want, like a James Harden that has an option next year when you can just get him? Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Opting out because everyone else is locked in essentially, and you hit the point right there when you just said the NBA is this open. It's wide open. So if I got a chance to sit and say I'm hanging in there, I'm a top 5, top 7, top 5 seed with the roster that I currently have, and I really just need that extra piece that I feel. I'm not gonna say it's going to, but I feel would take me over the top. I'm gonna do that.
But who?
I'm gonna spend whatever it is.
But who? Like, so who? So I would think like somebody like a Damian Lillard, right? But he's out for the season and he might not even come back. So it's just like he might get traded during the offseason. You never know because his whole situation weird. But he's out. So I'm just trying to think of like a big name. I don't think Russell Westbrook is going anywhere. I want AD to get traded. I want AD to get traded because I don't like AD. I don't like AD at all. But I don't think he's going anywhere. Who else? I mean, I guess Ben Simmons and Harris. That would be. I see them moving some Harris, way, but it won't be.
And you seen Harris?
Oh, he got to go.
That's where I was gonna get at. Let me say, because even if it's not big superstar name, I still feel like even an all-star level player be moved. Like I believe
a couple of them.
All-star one year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But someone like Jeremy Grant, Tobias
I think
Harris,
he was like a reserve.
Yeah, it was something. Yeah. I believe I really do. If I remember correctly, he did make an All-Star appearance. I really
Who?
do remember that. But
Jeremy Grant.
Jeremy
Jeremy
Grant,
Grant didn't make it. He didn't make a
he
All
never
Star.
made.
He got in off of a reserve, I believe.
Bro,
But
he was
That's what I
All-Star
said.
when he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
reserve.
but when you talk about All Star, we talking about nods. But I
No,
mean,
not. He still has All-Star by his name. That's still an accolade, even if you're reserve.
but you talking
no,
about?
he wasn't a starter.
But,
He wasn't voted in
yeah, I'm gonna
by
say.
the committee, the players, and the fans. No, he wasn't.
Yeah, but you were saying star names. I don't think any stars are gonna get traded. I think it's all mid players. So like you got to worry about,
Yeah.
like I said earlier, Karis LeVert.
Mm-hmm.
Boston is definitely gonna try to trade Schroeder because that's just not a good fit, and especially with whatchamacallit, especially with Tatum and Brown. Like they can work together. Like they just need a real point guard, and Dennis Schroeder trying to be the hero, and he doesn't know his role in that
Same thing
situation.
He was doing in LA last year.
Yeah,
he was doing the same thing.
Julius Randle is something that you want to look out for. I know it'd be a stretch, but you can't be at all
because it came out yesterday. The Knicks put, and there's another person who was a former All-Star, and he's a name. He probably not at that level anymore. Kimba, they putting on the block. Evan Fournier, they putting back on the block.
That's
and
stupid.
Signed him to a contract. The Knicks,
Evan is the reason why they're relevant right now.
Yeah, I was about to say they ain't gonna trade him.
They better not. I mean,
Fournier.
I can pull that joint up right now.
No, I believe you, but that's a rumor. But I'm saying that
Fournier, Kimba Walker, and there's one more person. There's three people.
Kimba Walker always on the trade block.
Yeah, Kimba Walker's always been on the trade block. But my thing is what like if they trade Evan Fournier,
they lose all of their points.
I mean they don't really have. Yeah,
they just went and traded for Cam Reddish.
That's a good pick. Cam Reddish that's a great trade though. That's a low key sneaky trade though. Yeah, but I'm saying you're trading Evan Fournier. You said what?
I'm sad he in New York though. That's the only thing. I'm sad he in New York.
New York is slowly putting a puzzle together, but I don't think.
Hold on.
What?
You see this face? You see this face, right? That's all I needed to show you. That's all I needed to show you.
We're not disagreeing, Aaron. Those are all speculation, but we just saying that wouldn't be a good fit. That's all we're saying. We're saying that's not smart. I mean, I wouldn't be.
I was more so going at your.
He responded.
The Knicks are putting something together here. Like, the Knicks don't know that. They just signed Evan Fournier to a 4-year contract for like 80-90 million. And they sitting there trying to trade him the next year. Like what?
No, but I'm saying you got I'm forgetting this. I'm drawing a blank. You got from Duke.
You got Cam, Zion, and RJ.
RJ Barrett. Yeah, RJ Barrett's a good piece. Yeah. Then you got, they may be trying to trade Fournier. Then you get Cam Reddish. Like, I'm talking about as far as young talent, New York's not going to flip in a night. Like, it's
New York never been good.
Right? They haven't been good since Melo.
My whole existence.
Even when
the playoffs with Melo, you gotta give them credit for that. They went to the playoffs with Melo.
That was a good step.
They went to the playoffs.
Good enough cast.
They went to the playoffs in the East. They went to the playoffs in the East. Like,
y'all forgot.
They wasn't better than the Pacers back then. They damn sure wasn't better than the Heat.
But who did they lose to? Man,
they wasn't better than.
They lost.
Yeah, but
if they didn't play,
LeBron went to the chip 10 years straight.
I get that, but I'm saying we don't know the trajectory of the Knicks if they wouldn't have had to run into LeBron. We don't know that. They ran into LeBron. It wasn't many people. It wasn't. But my thing, you might want to take that Eagle banner down, man. I know that was a tough week for you 2 weeks ago. All right, but anyway,
like 2017, I ain't going nowhere. You see that?
It's not. Yeah, I feel you. Respect. But what I'm saying is, with the Knicks, like I'm just saying, how many teams could have went to the finals, but they ran into LeBron? The Pacers. Like, I'm just
the Hawks. Remember the Hawks was the number one team
twice
3 years straight.
Yes,
2-3 years straight.
And don't forget our northern
the
neighbors,
Raptors,
the Toronto
Raptors.
Yeah, they ran into them too.
Baby
Bron used to destroy. No, he used to really go in on them. Like, I don't even know why, but I used to like when I used to like the Pacers though.
The team in the
Pacers was tough.
4 straight games. Soon as I'm talking about the Raptors. As soon as they would see Bron,
they lose 4 straight games.
Sweat. Like, what happened? Nah, man.
But I back in like 2012, 2013, I used to like the Pacers was dope. Like around the time when the Knicks was had Melo. The Pacers had Lance Stevenson,
It was
what's his
deep.
name? Dave.
They was deep.
Yeah, they was tough. What was the Hilbert? That's when Hilbert was
Roy.
good. Roy Hilbert. Paul George. You gotta remember that's when Paul George was Paul George. That's when he was PG.
Yeah.
Damn, they squad was actually crazy. David West.
David West was a problem, David West was a problem.
Yeah, they was a tough team. So I mean, I don't know. So if the Knicks would have ran into the Pacers around that time, I don't know. The Pacers would have still won. It was just Bron was too good. That's all it was.
So we going to stay in NBA.
Mm-hmm.
So we all know it was just announced on TNT the other night. The All-Stars. Who made the All-Stars this year? All-Stars. Who made the All-Star game this year? I'm going to pull up. So we have the captains this year is obviously, again, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, who led the NBA in fan vote, coach, play, everything. Like, come on, it's the two best players essentially still in this game today. Even at his advanced age, LeBron, like, you can't deny what he's been doing this year. We're gonna start on the East. We're gonna start on the East side, right? And we are going to look at the lineup that we have here. We have Kevin Durant as your captain. Giannis Antetokounmpo 6 times. Kevin Durant 12 times. DeMar DeRozan 5 times. And Trae Young 2-time champion. I said champion. Not a champion. DeMar DeRozan a 2-time All-Star. So, how y'all like it? What you think of the East?
I got it. They got it right.
Like what? Like tell me all about it. And then also, who you think got snubbed that you think in the East should have been a starter, or even if you think this list is cool, essentially like that. Let me know what's going on.
I think this list is perfect actually. I'm trying to think of a point guard in the East.
Oh, I got one for you. Oh,
LaMelo, maybe LaMelo.
Okay.
I don't know if he's. I think he showed his, he showed off so far this year. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, I think that's a snub. But other than that,
we talking about starters now. Obviously, probably Melo will become a reserve player later on when the coaches pick. So you saying you will put Melo over Trae Young in that point guard spot, or even DeMar DeRozan, which I don't understand because DeMar DeRozan is as a forward.
Whoa, God!
No.
Crazy.
DeRozan is definitely there, bro. He's definitely there. Like I've been paying attention to Chicago a little bit, and yeah, he's definitely there. I would just trade Trae Young out for LaMelo. And that's because and it's an all-star game. Like LaMelo got the flashy passes. He's smooth with it. You feel what I'm saying? That would be a good watch. And then I just think I don't know. I think he up there with Trae Young, but I would just trade that. That'd be my only switch.
So I'm agreeing. I'm 100% agreeing with you. I'm switching LaMelo for Trae. I get it. Trae's averaging 27.5. LaMelo's averaging 19 with 7 assists. But my thing is the Hawks are not even in the play-in tournament, if I'm not mistaken. Right. The Charlotte Hornets are in 7th or 5th, and they're above 500. They're like 28 and 22, and that's because of LaMelo. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not putting Trae. Trae Young's going to be in the All-Star game, but he's going to be a reserve for me. If it was up to me, he'd be a reserve because – your team, like, you just went from almost going to the NBA Finals to y'all barely in the play-in tournament. So I'm switching Trae with LaMelo. So I think it's a snub for LaMelo, but I can understand why because Trae is averaging 27. But I always thought with All-Stars, I thought your team at least had to be, above 500 or 500. Like every team in the frame above 500. And then I know we're going to talk about the West. Nikola Jokic has nobody. And they are in 5th place in the West. Or they're in the top 5. But
He ain't in the
the
All-Star game?
No, he is. I'm saying like and Trae Young has a better team than, like, if you're looking at every team on here, like, I mean, well, not every team, but I'm switching LaMelo and Trae. Yeah.
Okay. And again,
and DeMar definitely deserves to stay there.
I only mentioned DeMar only because I gotta remember I don't think they do positions anymore. They just go front court, back court now. They don't do positions. So when I looked at it, I'm more so looking at it like DeMar DeRozan is not even listed as a shooting guard anymore. He's listed as a small forward. That's why I was like, switch him out, not because of him and his play, because he got to be in there. He was playing amazing this year up until now. They dealing with injuries and different things of that nature. He still get put numbers, but that was my only reason when I talked about that. But I'll give you one more. His teammate, Zach Levine. Where's Zach at? Was Zach not having a great year prior to, obviously he got injured, but
that's what hurt Zach. That's what hurt Zach Levine, but that's what hurt Zach Levine, I think. But DeRozan out here hitting game-winning shots multiple times.
Yes.
All season. Like, you feel what I'm saying? And then I think they first in the East. So it's just, he got to be there.
Heat just took that over last night.
The Heat?
Yeah,
the Heat's been doing that. They finally healthy,
what?
Man. They finally healthy. Pat Riley,
oh,
Godfather, the Mafia.
Sneaky too. They ain't been making a lot of noise, and they missing play. But Jimmy been hooping
hasn't
the
even
past
come back
weeks.
yet. Oladipo hasn't even played yet.
Dog, I gotta go tap in. What?
That's a good 2K team as well.
He said, I gotta go tap in. All right, well, that's our East. All right, we're gonna flip on over then. We're gonna flip right on over.
Who are you? Aaron, who are you taking out? If you were to put Zach Levine in there, who are you taking out?
Lamar DeRozan. Right.
Let me look at that. I mean, I wouldn't be mind with 2 Bulls there. I wouldn't.
Who are you taking out?
Trae Young. You got it. Like, you can't take KD or Embiid.
So it'll be Trae. I mean, Trae is having a.
I just want to hear you say it. That's all.
You ain't hear me?
No, I just wanted to hear you say Trae Young. That's all.
No, I mean, I would probably move Trae. Trae is. I mean, I'm not gonna say Trae don't deserve it as far as individually.
Yeah, he do.
Because he is having a good year.
Is he?
I know you said they're supposed to win, but does winning really matter? You think? Obviously, because
everybody in the frame is above 500, except for Trae.
I mean, I guess the land is thin when it comes to guards. I mean, because even as of late, he wasn't amazing. But if you wanted to make a discussion or argument about James, you could have. Because
James who?
No,
Harden.
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not.
No, bro.
Absolutely not.
No, bro.
No.
But
you sounded like you was teetering though. He was teetering.
Nah, that boy.
I'm not putting him in. I don't give a damn about nobody. As long as Joel Embiid in there.
He only gonna play 5 minutes, so he don't get hurt.
Right there, pause. That's Joel Embiid, 5 times All-Star. Like, yes, sir. He have an MVP year again. Like that's all I worry about for sure. I mean, this lineup is leaky though. That West going to have a problem. You talking about Joel and Giannis, and then you talk about Kevin Durant. I don't even name nobody else.
I don't know.
For real.
Let's go to the West.
Up the rear with it, but like this lineup is vicious though.
You acting like Jokic don't give Joel Embiid the buckets. They have impressive duels. Stop. Put some respect on Jokic's name.
Let's go to the West. Stop. Let me see.
One has an MVP in his closet. The other one doesn't. One has an MVP in the closet. The other one doesn't. One has an MVP. Don't you forget.
Yeah, that should. And he only got it because my guy didn't have enough games, but still averaged more points and everything.
Accessibility. One of your best talents is accessibility. You have to stay healthy.
Individual war. I ain't trying to.
Aaron, what are you talking about? If Joel Embiid
off that pedestal, you are absolutely
can't stay
out your mind if you thought
Let me ask you a question.
And the crazy
I'll
thing
let you
is,
finish. Go ahead.
Joel was supposed to win it last year,
Okay.
and he playing better this year than last year.
So, Aaron, let me ask you a question.
Facts.
Let me ask you a question. If you can't stay healthy because you have poor dieting and you do not condition, whose fault is that?
Listen, I understand.
Answer the
That's not
question.
this year, though.
I don't want no philosophy. Just answer the question. I don't want no philosophy. Answer the question. Whose fault was
not a
this?
philosophy. I understand. I'm letting you know.
Can you answer the question, please? Can you answer the question?
Plays a factor in your career as far as how far you go if you win X, Y, Z. I understand that.
Can you answer the question?
But you can't tell me last year if you
can you answer my question, please?
Of that season,
can you answer my question?
With Joel Embiid only missing what?
So are you gonna answer my question? So you gonna
No,
answer
he
my
missed
question?
like 30 games.
No. In that
So
instance,
no,
when your numbers are that high, no.
You didn't answer my question though. My question.
He only missed
so
15.
You're not listening.
20 games?
You're not listening. You're not listening. When you can't stay healthy because of your dieting and your conditioning, whose fault is that? That's all I'm asking you.
That wasn't last year.
You just said he missed games. Why did Joel Embiid miss games last year?
He missed games last year because he got hurt, but that wasn't because it was his. Because that was the first year. That was the first year
he started taking it serious.
That was That was the first year he came into the season.
So whose fault is that?
In his best condition.
Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that?
Previously,
you're responsible for.
You were not.
Okay, thank you. That's all I need. That's all I need, Aaron. That's all I need.
But we talking about last year. We talking about last year. We talking about a freak accident that happened as well. So it wasn't because of his conditioning and bad eating habits. Because like I just told you, last year was the first year. The years before last year, you got that easy. Because if you follow me on Twitter or anywhere else, even with my friends and group chats, that was the biggest thing with Embiid that annoyed the crap out of me. We seen the talent, but he didn't take the game serious enough. Last year was the first year he came into the season not having a rehab. The previous year, he was actually able to train and actually work on his game and train. And you just proved my point.
You just proved my point.
Happened where he landed wrong, hyperextended his knee. Bro, he almost 300 pounds at 7'2". Like if you hyperextend your knee, you're gonna tear something in that joint.
I'm not disagreeing with that, but you're still missing my point. The fact that how you prepare is a comprehensive line, which means if you don't take care of yourself in the beginning, it catches up with you. So I'm not obviously he got hurt. I don't wish hurt on nobody, but that's still a residual effect from him not taking it serious, like you just said in the beginning. It caught up to him. All I'm saying is
I don't know. Yeah. Embiid got hurt every year.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying.
He ain't get hurt this year.
That's all I'm saying.
Baby. But we
Brandon Roy. Yeah. Huh? Brandon Roy was arguably climbing his way up to be one of the best shooting guards ever. But I did too. You know, Seattle got the bloodline of basketball, but it's not his fault. I mean, his knees gave out. I get it. I wouldn't wish injury on nobody, but I'm just saying, put some respect on the Joker's name. That's all I'm saying.
Be fine. Embiid will be fine. MVP.
Second round playoff exit.
I don't know. I don't think Joker's going to do Embiid dirty.
They're probably going to give it to him just because. Like, they just on Jokic top right now. Like, it is what it is.
Yo, you're so disrespectful, bro. You're so disrespectful.
Let's talk about that. Career high in assists. Let's talk about that.
Who's on his team? Everybody's hurt. And he's still in 5th place in the West.
What'd you say?
Put some respect on his name. Joker, the last 2 years, his team has been hurt. And they are still in the top 5 in the Western Conference. Joel Embiid has a full and healthy team. Joker doesn't. And he's still leading everything.
Tobias Harris as your wingman.
Will Barton
over Tobias Harris. Next,
Will Barton.
I would take Aaron Gordon.
Oh my God!
I would take a lot of people over Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris is trash. You know what? That's my corn chip of the day. Tobias Harris.
Oh my God.
No, we're gonna move on, man. We can discuss that crap all day. I'm playing with you, but I'm serious. We're gonna go to the West. We're going to go to the West. We got the captain as LeBron James. 18-time All-Star LeBron James. Seth Curry.
This nigga old.
I told people about this guy since he got into the league. Since I seen him in college, I seen this man special. First-time All-Star, Ja Morant.
My guy.
Playing.
That's my guy, bro.
I love Ja Morant. Pause. But then you got Jokic. Guy. And then you got... Andrew Wiggins. I mean, I'm going to let y'all go. I want to hear y'all first before I give whatever.
Okay. Well, let me start because this team about to get done up now that I'm looking at it. versus the other team. I'm taking Andrew Wiggins out. I like Andrew Wiggins, but I don't know. I'll put Luka in there. I think Luka should have made it.
Name
Or
wise,
Devin Booker.
I don't
Or
think
Devin Booker. Out of those two.
well, you can't even say numbers because I know Luka numbers probably not even looking at it. I know Luka numbers probably better than Wiggins. So
Oh, they are. Yeah.
yeah, so I mean I can see that. I can see that. What about you, Zach?
I'm leaving. I'm leaving the lineup the way it is for the simple fact you could go Devin Booker, but the Warriors are winning. They're leading the series right now this season with 2-1, and Andrew Wiggins had a very big deal in guarding multiple positions.
Yeah.
He's playing like really like he is like obviously Steph Curry torching the earth, but he has been Steph Curry's wingman.
Actually, no. Steph Curry's been trash lately. He's
I'm talking
been
about like
Slowed
if
trash.
you're
down for
looking at
sure. He started off
lately, but I'm
very hot,
saying
but it definitely slowed down for sure. I mean, he had a
okay,
good night
yeah.
the other night though, 29, 8, and
So I'm
something
looking at
something crazy like that though. Hit a couple threes. But
So
go
I'm
ahead.
looking at I'm looking at the totality of the season. He has been slumping, but Steph Curry kept him afloat to get to 30. Well, I can't give him, but 20 plus wins because Clay, just came back and helped him with the last like 3 or 4. But
Mm.
Steph Curry he's been. I mean, everybody's gonna run into a shooting slumps, but he's the reason why they got to 20 plus wins at the time before
Yeah, I'm
Clay.
not
Now
taking
they're
Steph
33.
Curry out.
Yeah.
I'm not
No, I'm
taking
not
Steph
either.
Curry out.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like Wiggins has definitely was his B person until Clay got back. So, and I just think Wiggins is playing at another level, and he kind of mimicked what Clay did as far as not shooting. I'm not saying shooting, but he was guarding the player's best. He was guarding the opposite team's best player, and he's still averaging 19. So I'm gonna keep it. You could say Devin Booker, like I said, but I would leave Wiggins because simply for the fact that they're winning the series right now.
Mm-hmm.
Luka is amazing. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a huge Luka fan, but he hoops. I'm not gonna lie to you, and he does have better numbers than Wiggins. But the Mavs got off to a terrible start. They're starting to shape up. So I mean, I'm not really. If somebody were to switch him, I'm not mad. But if it was my personal opinion, I'd leave it the way it is. And Luka be hurt all the time too. So
Yeah.
because that's how they get out of the playoffs. That's how they lose the playoffs every year. He rolls that ankle because what? He's overweight.
all
Yeah.
the time. I remember he came back that one year, fat as crap.
Fat as
Carlisle
hell.
was like, "What? This man came back so out of shape." That's why it took so long for him to even get back flowing the way he should have been that 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at this roster though, we got like you said, Seth and Ja good with me, LeBron James good with me, Jokic good with me. It's just this Wiggins thing, man, and I feel like Wiggins being a All-Star was more of a strategic thing. Just look at this other side. You already can't guard 3 of them. you know what I'm saying? So it's like Wiggins, I feel like was more of a strategy thing because obviously we know once the All-Star game stuff, the reserves and stuff play, but when the game is at the end and it's about to end and someone's about to win, the starters play the ending half of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Wiggins but still Wiggins an All-Star. Yes, he's having a better year. Yes, he's thriving in that Golden State system, being the primary defender, basically taking the Iggy role, but a better scorer.
A little better,
than
yeah.
Iggy was, and especially shooting better now as well from 3. But you said it though. Where's Devin Booker at? This man just had 48 the other night. You know what I'm saying? Someone like Devin Booker. Spider having a down year. I mean, it ain't much left over.
I forgot all about Donovan Mitchell.
Luka in there, numbers wise, but they're not winning, like you said as well. They're not winning. Clay just came back. Draymond, he's injured, but that's another one you possibly could have threw in there as well. He'd probably be a reserve. I guess my biggest snub when it comes to that is Devin Booker for me. Essentially, it's just like he's just been having a outstanding year. Yes, we know Chris Paul is the point guard and he doing what he do as well. But Devin Booker, man, he's nasty. To me, it had to be a strategic thing when it came to Wiggins being in there and not someone like Devin Booker who's been here. Yes, he missed a couple games as well as Wiggins, but I think Devin Booker got snubbed with this. I'm not discussing if he's an all-star. Wiggins. Numbers prove it. His play, the eye test, just looking at the game, prove it that he deserves it. I just probably wouldn't have put him in as a starter. Again, like I said, I would have chose Devin Booker over Andrew Wiggins essentially like this. So I'm not the biggest fan when it comes to that, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. But this All-Star game in general, man, it's gonna be fun. I feel like it's still gonna be fun. Like you said, you got Jokic going up against Embiid. You're gonna have Ja Morant going against Trey and Seth and Trey shooting threes and Ja Morant dunking all over the place, catching oops and stuff like that.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I love Ja Morant, bro.
Quick side thing. So I did get to see Ja Morant play right before COVID broke out, and that man is quicker than the TV, man. That jump, like, it's something different when you're in person.
Play the Grizzlies this weekend, actually, I think.
Yeah, and then Aaron, I also got something for you. You can clown Tobias Harris all you want, but Tobias Harris is averaging more points than Will Barton and Aaron Gordon and everybody else you said you wanted. But that's neither here nor there. Keep going.
Yeah, I'm still.
He get a lot of trash points. Tobias get a lot of trash points.
Y'all gonna stop disrespecting that man? Oh my
God! No, bro. You gotta watch the game, bro. You gotta watch the game, bro. A lot of his points they just hollow, man. They don't really. If it wasn't for Embiid,
and don't score ever again.
That's what I'm saying. They hollow.
I'm telling you.
But I'm saying you could say the same thing.
That. And you gotta understand Tobias is in more of a prime role than a Will Barton and things of that nature like that.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just going off of your comment.
You say?
I'm going off of your comment. I'm going off of your comment though, Aaron. You said you wanted Will Barton, and you said you wanted Aaron Gordon. I was just giving you numbers. That's it. Because I do watch the Nuggets quite frequently.
No. Aaron Gordon
he's
ain't
a key
it.
part of the Sixers. He's quote unquote the number 2 guy. But if we just talking about strictly just a basketball player and just looking at the skill set and actually being able to create on the floor, get a bucket on the Tobias Harris.
Aaron Gordon's not that. Aaron Gordon's not that either. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
he's not bad,
but
but
just was rambling. So I really don't even like Aaron Gordon.
Now you don't like Aaron? Okay, gotcha.
Well, I understand why.
I wouldn't say I would. Dang, man, that was cold.
Nah, but
he ball, but he ain't nothing crazy.
That's just what
he's only 26 too.
I mean, again, like I said, this All-Star game will be fun. It should be fun. It's got the matchups, I believe, definitely are good. It's definitely more balanced than the past because in the past,
well, they ain't playing no defense.
It was heavy star driven, but it was unbalanced. Like you had people like Sabonis, and like it was just like that's not fun. Like, but now you got Steph and Trey who gonna be shooting, trading threes. Jokic and Embiid battling. Ja Morant dunking. Wiggins dunking as well. Brian, you already know Brian.
Don't forget Jokic with the passing. Jokic got the nice pass.
It's gonna be fun, and I agree with it. But we're gonna take a short little break though. We're gonna be right back with you guys. We're gonna switch over to the NFL for a little bit. We ain't gonna be with y'all too much longer. I know the time is well spent. After this little break, we're going to be right back with you. Hit into the NFL, hit a couple points, and we're going to be out of here. This is the Open Gym with your boy AB, and we be right back.
Hold on, I got to pay you too.
You try for play Cupid. You act like I'm stupid. You act up, you ruthless. So why would you do this? Can you look good, sexy body when you wind up? Then I ball up the line, tell them sign up. Diamonds are dancing on your body, let them shine up. And if you want go to your man, make your mind up, yeah. You try for play Cupid. You act like I'm stupid, You act up, you ruthless. So why would
Yes, sir. It's your boy AB, and we back at it. That was a quick little break. I'm still here with my guys, Zach and Zig. Man, we sitting here talking sports, NBA, a lot of things. Let me see what we got going on here. So, we talked about a lot of things today. Like we said, We had we talked about the trade deadline. We talked about the trade deadline. What's going on with that? We talked about the East and the West, All Stars, things of that nature. But now, we are going to switch over to football. You dig me? Football. It's the NFL. Like we said, it's a lot that's going on in the NFL, and we're transitioning. We're in the playoffs, but we're transitioning, and we're getting closer. We're getting closer to the Super Bowl, and we have one more round. Two more rounds. We got two more rounds. No, we got one more round into the championship.
It's one more.
Yeah, you're right. I'm tripping. My bad. We got one more round into the Super Bowl, and I'm excited. We got some games coming up this weekend that should be fun.
Oh, they started.
But as well,
Okay.
we're gonna start off with talking about the amazing last weekend of football that transpired last week.
My bad.
My mind was blown last week as far as minus the Bengals game last week. It still was competitive because it came down to the wire, because literally every game last week went down to the wire, and it was off of a game winner, essentially, like that.
You ain't like the Bengals and Titans game?
What'd you say?
I said you ain't like the Bengals and Titans game?
Welcome everybody.
Can you hear
back.
me?
Zig is finally back. I liked it. But you know how them other games turned out last week. It still was entertaining. I still watched it. Like I said, everything was on a walk-off win. Everybody won by field goals. Everybody. Every game was a last-minute field goal.
Except for the Chiefs.
The winning team's kicker. So let's just recap it, man. So we had the Bucks Rams. They played last week. You had the 49ers and Packers. They played. You had the Bills, Chiefs, and we got the Bengals and Titans, man. Tell me what was your favorite game of that week, and just why? Like, what was that game last week that just like was ridiculous? I guess.
I'll go first on it.
Okay, go ahead.
So for me, I would say the Los Angeles Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I was in the airport for the last two games, so I'm sitting here like shout out to Delta Airlines. They had the TVs on there, but I couldn't finish the Bills and the Chiefs, and I just saw the numbers going. But I would say the Rams, because if the Rams would have lost that game, Sean McVay's tenure would have started to be on the clock. He would have had one more year to figure it out. And I'm also just happy for Matt Stafford. Like, I'm a Vikings fan, unfortunately, but to see him get trashed as a Lions for years and see everybody retiring on him, getting injured or leaving or traded, to see him finally have that moment on national TV for the playoffs and then do it against Tom Brady, I was happy, and then it was exciting, and it was like, I thought they were going to run away with it, but then sure enough, penalty after penalty, turnover, I'm just like, oh God, they're about to choke. But then to see him figure it out and lead his team to a victory, I thought that was really cool. Obviously, the Bills and the Chiefs was good too, but I just like that win for Matt Stafford. And then plus, I'm going to be in California the day of the Super Bowl, so hopefully the Rams can get it done.
Big
so I can be out there.
Big time, be in California doing the Super Bowl.
Thanks. I'll agree. My favorite game was the Rams and the Bucks, because the whole time, like, I'm like, oh damn, they blowing them out. But man, this boy Tom Brady, bro, you can't give this man no opportunities, huh? Like, limited. Like, you got to make sure you have the ball at all times. And like, watching, I'm like, bro, this dude about to do this again. Like, you feel what I'm saying? But he did. Like, he did do what he do. But the Rams and Cooper Kupp is just a ball. I'm gonna say this on open gym. He needs to be the MVP. I know they always give it to quarterbacks, but Cooper Kupp is the NFL's MVP, no question, hands down. He put up Megatron numbers 3 times smaller than what Megatron was. Like, no, bro, he deserves the MVP. The Chiefs and the Bills, that was an exciting one too. Shout out to Josh Allen. I doubted him on this very show. So I apologize for that. I mean, he's a bull. But it's Patrick Mahomes. You're not. He scored in 13 seconds. Like, you don't.
13 seconds. Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's unbelievable.
Yeah. So
I mean, I feel like that's probably like one of the easy ones, but you can't not mention it though. Like that game against the Chiefs and the Bills blew my mind. First of all, like you said, the Josh Allen aspect of it, he
solidified himself, bro.
That's the new Brady and Manning, people. That's the new Brady and Manning right there. They're going to battle each other, and in the AFC, they're going to battle each other for a long time. A long time. And if they continue to play like that, this NFL was in great shape when the veteran quarterbacks start to phase out, like the Bradys and the
Rodgers
like
and
that.
Wilsons.
So that game, like you said, the ending of it, the simple fact that Patrick went up and scored, and literally within 30 seconds, Josh Allen turned around and just drive his team down the field, score right after that, and then Patrick Mahomes come back and then tie it up, and then it's just like, what is going on with this game? And then it goes into overtime, and you know how that ended. But because I do have another game, I do want to get a question though. When it comes to the overtime rules, me personally, it doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. It really doesn't bother me. And I'm gonna tell you this. I know people want both teams to get a shot at on offense with it, but I feel like you sit there and you build a team. It's not my fault that your defense
can't stop
isn't
it
up to par, because that is your shot. Because what happens is if you stop them or hold them to 3 points, now your offense does have a chance to go down there and go win the game. So it's not like you don't get a chance. You just have to play football and stop the offense. So basically now you're telling me, oh, we should both get a chance because my defense sucked. That's not my fault. You spend all off season every year looking at players, the draft, free agency, trade, all. So if your GM isn't savvy enough to construct and formulate a team, or you don't have the coaches around you to cultivate that, and then you talking about the Bills and the Chiefs, and then like the Bills defense stinks. It's just Patrick Mahomes.
They're the number one defense in the league.
That's all it was. You can't get mad at the fact that it was Patrick Mahomes who did that. You can't. And you talking about, and then also, let's get into what was called on the defensive end. Why are you sitting there playing a single high safety man-to-man with the fastest man in the NFL and the best tight end in the NFL? You playing man-to-man on that. So that's not a lack of skill or lack of talent or a unfair thing. That was just done by the defensive coordinator to sit there and let the two main people you don't want to get the ball get the ball. Essentially, that's all it is. I would have let Pringle beat me, Edwards-Helaire beat me, Patrick Running beat me, but whoever. I don't care, but I'm not letting Tyreek Hill get the ball or Travis Kelce. And in that moment, I'm not playing one-on-one. With 13 seconds left, I'm not playing one-on-one with 13 seconds left. Like, I know we hate Jim Schwartz, but I would have took a sticks defense right there. Like, it was 13 seconds, bro. 13 seconds.
No, I'm doubling Tyreek Hill. I don't care. Somebody can be wide open. Oh well. Like, you double him. Like, you have to. You got to double these two players or create a scheme where you can't sit in zone with it. You can't sit in zone with Patrick Mahomes. So it's something that you have to
13 seconds you
create.
Probably could. It was on the opposite side of the field. That's why it's so big. They was on the opposite side of the field with 13 seconds left. 13.
Yeah. But I do like the overtime rules. I mean, it's way better than what it was before, when you can just get to the 40 and kick the field goal, then the game over. It's
Now that
way
one
better than how
I
it
don't
is.
like. I dislike that rule beyond anything. I'm not losing no field goal, but if I stop you or hold you to 3, I get a chance to go back down there and score. That I feel like that's fair. Like
That's
I really,
fair.
really
Yeah,
do
that's
feel like
fair.
that's fair.
I agree.
What's up, Zach?
I agree. No, I agree with you. I think the rules should stay the same. Just like because I mean, you remember there was a time with the Ray Lewises, the Ed Reeds, the Sean Taylors, rest in peace, like where they would opt to give the ball off first because they knew their defense was going to be there. So I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's not like you said. It's not the other team's fault. The opposing offense that the other team's GM didn't construct or craft a good defense. That's not. I mean, that's sudden death. That's what makes the NFL. Just like I
Yeah.
think that I think the first round in the NBA, I think it needs to be single elimination because I'm tired of watching these long drawn out 7-game
What?
series for the first round because it's first. I mean, when's the
Or
last
go
time?
back to what they did in the past. It was like a best of
It was
5
like
or
3.
something like
It
that.
was like
So
it was
only
Yeah,
3,
something like
5,
that.
and 7. It was 3, 5, and 7 or something like
Right,
that.
it
Or
was something
5.
like that. So
Yeah.
you ain't have to win as many games, but that's just money. They want to have more basketball, more
Yeah,
money. That's all that is.
I'm just
Yeah.
tired of looking at the ones versus the 8 because I mean we haven't had an upset since I want to say Golden State and Utah. No, so I mean
The
mentioned
Mavs.
the Mavs. Yeah, the Mavs. But yeah, I mean I guess like that's just my thought process. But then also Ryan Tannehill has to go. They have to go.
Yo, that came away
I'm
from
sorry.
left field.
I've been
crazy
holding.
is-
I mean, it's the playoff weekend, so I mean, that's the one thing that
Yeah.
stood out to me from that whole playoff weekend. Ryan Tannehill has to go
And
because
what's crazy is that was my other game that I was gonna pick. Like I said, I loved all the games. Let's start there. Every game last week was amazing.
Joe Burrow.
That's why Joey B got sacked 9 times, dog. 9 times, and still got up, still delivered passes, and still won the game. You can't tell.
Yeah, the Bengals gonna have to get that together though.
Listen,
That's what they're gonna have to hit in the draft.
But remember in the draft last year, it was between getting Chase
Jamar.
or the best left tackle. Exactly.
Yeah.
And they
Jamar.
chose Chase. Not saying it's bad, but at the same time, you need to make sure
No, it's good.
your quarterback.
Yeah, you gotta have a
he
weapon.
already blew his knee out the previous
Yeah.
year, prior to this past draft. So you need to get yourself a left tackle because I know he's an Iron Man, he's a warrior, and he go out there and ball out. But at the same time, you need to sit there and protect him.
that
So
kneecap.
that definitely was a game of mine as well that I like. But we're gonna move on to this week though. We got 2 games this week, Eastern, AFC and NFC.
That's how it seemed though.
Huh?
I said that's how it seemed though, like the NFC to East
Yeah.
and the AFC to West.
Yeah.
That do seem like that.
You might as well say it is though, for real though.
Yeah.
So our first game, we just gonna talk about it, man. We gonna just dive into it. Give me who wins, why, and give me your score. So we're gonna start with the first game. We're gonna start in the AFC, which is the first game at 3:00. We have Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs at 3 p.m. on Sunday. Who wins, why, and what is your score?
I'll start with this one. The Chiefs are gonna win. I'm gonna just get all of the stuff out, then I'll explain it. The score 42-21. And why? It's because the Chiefs finally found their groove, yo. Remember beginning of the season, Patrick Mahomes was struggling. They were struggling to really get back to what they were and get their identity back. Their players is back. Everybody is pretty much healthy. We still waiting on the Honey Badger. I think he in concussion protocol, so that might be a big one.
He should be good to go.
He should be playing. Okay, so if he playing, it's just, bro, the Chiefs they just too much, and it's not like, oh, they just going off talent. Andy Reid is one of the greatest coaches of all time, so you got to think.
I'm sorry.
We had to. No. I'm gonna comment on that. So he tried to do what he doing right now with the Eagles when we had LaShawn McCoy and LaShawn Jackson. He tried, but his time here was done, bro. 15 years.
I agree.
That's the only reason. It's not like, oh, get out of here. We didn't run him out of town. I just wanted to comment on that. But at the same time,
y'all could have did a little better though. Y'all still could have did a little better, but I hear you.
Yeah, but at the time, listen,
This time was
it's
just
the
up with
Eagles
us
are
though. It just ran its course.
I agree.
yeah.
Essentially.
It's not what you do. It's how you do it. That's all I'm saying.
Did they
I
treat him
felt a
bad?
little zing with that statement right there. That was a little poke
You
right
see,
there.
I had to.
Like you
You
trying to
see, I
poke
had to stop.
somebody right there.
I stopped my whole point. Like, hold on. Let me get back to Andy Reid. I stopped my whole point, but no, it like I'm saying, like Andy Reid he's one hell of a coach. He always built a great team around him. He always had a great system, like always. Even though we didn't win while he was here, like the bowl, I feel as though he kept us at the top of the league, like the top echelon of teams of the league. So I just don't think this is going to be close. Like you said, this man got sacked 9 times. That is not going to fly with the Chiefs. You keep giving Patrick Mahomes the ball. He is not Ryan Tannehill. He will score every time if you make him. So I just don't think this one is going to be close. I know I call a lot of blowouts on the draw. I think it's going to be a good game, but at once, it's not going to be a Bills Chiefs type moment. The Bengals defense ain't built like the Bills, and they don't have like the weapons. Well, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I just know it's not going to be one of those type of games.
Go ahead, Zach.
All right, so I'm just gonna go on a limb here. Oh, you didn't say that? Did
I'm
you
right
want to say the
there
second
with
game?
you.
Or I got the Bengals, and here's why: Honey Badger may not be playing, and we have to remember the Chiefs' defense is suspect, especially on the secondary. Jamar Chase is in the slot. He I don't know. He plays the X, the Y, the Z. Sometimes he's in the backfield, and the Chiefs' defense has always, to me, it's always been their Achilles heel, and it's going to be a shootout. Obviously, you don't want to be in a shootout with Patrick Mahomes. But I think the Bengals have a good system, and I feel like their defense, no one's going to stop the Chiefs, but I think their defense is good enough to where they can get that 1 or 2 stop that they need, whether it's by foolery or whatever the case may be. So I'm going Bengals, and it's something about Joe Burrow. When the game is on the line, he finds a way to do it, and all they need to do is stay close. Arrowhead.
That's
That's
it. If
all
they
they
stay
need to do.
close, they
Yes,
win. I agree with that. If they stay close, they win. But if they keep giving the Chiefs the ball, it's not
yeah,
happening.
absolutely. And then also, and again, it's no shade. So again, Patrick Mahomes is that guy, but we have to stop acting like we keep forgetting that he had 2 of the most terrible performances in both times he was in the Super Bowl. Like
Oh,
we
well,
got
yeah,
we got to
I ain't
keep.
good to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
I just had to say that though. And then I'm going with Jimmy G and the 49ers. I'm going with Jimmy G.
We ain't get there yet. Slow down, partner.
Oh, my bad. I got excited. I'm sorry. My bad. I got excited. I'm sorry. My bad.
No, but I'm with you. Might be for different reasons, but I'm with you. This is going to, and I'm going to be honest with you. This is more of a heart thing more than a mind thing when it comes to this first game. That's my upset of the week is the Bengals. I love Andy Reid, love Patrick Mahomes, love Tyreek, love Travis. The list goes on and on. Like if they win Sunday, duh. You feel me? Like that's like it's the freaking Chiefs. That's just the upset I'm going with because I'm looking at Joe Burrow, right? Like I said, I've been on the Joe Burrow train since the start of the season. Essentially, Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, Joe Mixon, the whole cast and crew over there. You said it. You mentioned it a little bit. I feel like it's just that one of those type of years. You know, when you have a prime example, 2017, the underdog, the mask. You feel me? Like, we wasn't supposed to. We played Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. You feel me? We played, even though the quarterbacks wasn't the best that we played in the playoffs, but you still had Matt Ryan. You still had the great defense in Minnesota that year that the defense was.
All right. Don't bring that up. Oh, God. I have to relive that again. Oh, God.
The
Yo,
defense
no,
was
you know
good
where
that year.
you
know what I'm
know
saying? So
where
we played some
the Vikings
formidable, and
messed
we was
up at.
underdogs in every game, and we was home. So that let you
Right.
know what Vegas and everyone else thought about us. I just feel like it's one of those type of underdog. Everyone count us out. This is that surprise team this year, and I just really believe in Joe Burrow. I really do believe in Joe Burrow, and
I got a
this is
question for
one
you.
of those we know how we say college doesn't always translate to the NFL as far as big games and things of that nature, because this is a whole nother level. This is the NFL. You feel me? I feel like he took those moments and he really just like embraces it. He really, because even Joe Burrow, he had a sensational year in college that year where they won. But the championship game, it was even better than what he was doing the whole year. Like, he waited to the last game of the season to literally go off in that championship. And I feel like it's trending in that same type of way. So, again, like I said, if the Chiefs was to win, like they're supposed to. Let's start there. This is more of a heart thing where it's just like, I'm riding with the Joe Burrow train until the wheels fall off. And I'm going to tell you, whoever reaches 30 first, that's who's going to win. And I feel like the Bengals will win 31-27.
I got a question for you.
What's up?
I got a question for you. What day do they play?
Everybody plays Sunday, but they play at 3 p.m. and they in Arrowhead.
Any given Sunday. Willie Beeman. Willie.
Hold on. I got a comment.
Favorite football movies.
I got a comment though, because he took a jab at the Eagles, so I got to take a jab at him.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, let's talk about that Super Bowl year. Y'all know what y'all did. Y'all know why y'all lost 34-7.
Yep.
Don't come over here messing with the Rocky statue.
Baby. Rocky steps.
I know. Y'all know what y'all did.
I know. You know.
Once y'all did that, y'all lost.
Yeah.
I promise you.
You know, I knew that.
I
knew that game was over. Oh, go ahead.
Collectively said the same thing when they seen that video.
Yeah.
Everyone said the same thing. We about to go kill them boys, bro. I swear to God.
Yeah.
The whole city said it. As soon as everyone seen them on the art museum steps and they was on the Rocky statue, they taking pictures and doing the little chant that they do in Minnesota.
That's what they love.
The whole city said that.
Skull. You know, I knew the game was over. Case Keenum pivots left, moves right, throws the ball, gets hit, interception, and then all I know is I got a text. Yeah, I got a text from either cousin William or cousin Gary talking about, go ahead, blow the candles out. It's done. Yeah, that was a long night.
Remember they came in and they scored the touchdown on the first drive.
Yeah, they was up.
Yeah.
They was up, and that was
Case Keenum was feeling himself.
The second quarter, right before we went to halftime. Once we got that pick,
let me tell you something.
The doors blew open.
Let me tell you something. As a Vikings fan, we have spider senses, just like Peter Parker. We know when the curse is about to happen, and we know when the wheels are about to fall off. So at that point in time, even though we were up 7-0, at that point when Peterson got that interception, what they say at that moment, I knew we messed up, and it was over. It was over.
But now I just had to take a jab back at him.
Zach, for the Bengals Chiefs game?
30-29.
Ooh. 29. What did you say, Zig?
I said 42-21.
What is it?
42-21. I think the Chiefs gonna go off. I think the Chiefs gonna go. I think the Chiefs gonna go off, man. I can't bet against.
It's very possible, bro. Like I said, this is more of a.
Do I want to see the upset though? Do I want to see the upset? Of course. Like, I don't keep wanting to see the same damn teams in the chip, bro.
Again.
Yeah, I'm cool.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the last game for Sunday. Sunday night, 6:30. Zach was a little excited. He already jumped the gun. So
yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
We're gonna let you start this one off there. Just give us who wins, why, and give your prediction to score. Who wins the game?
For all the Lamar, for all the Odell fans, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Odell's gonna have a meltdown. Matthew Stafford's gonna. I think he's gonna have a better. We haven't seen. He's been quiet this whole. No, I'm playing. I love Odell. But to be honest, I think Jimmy G, Debo, like that defense. Like, I think Shanahan. To be honest with you, you still thinking about that Super Bowl. You still thinking about choking. Like, you still thinking about y'all had like that's in their mind. And then, you have nothing realistically out of any team that entered the playoff field, most likely. You could argue the Bengals. They have nothing to lose. Their expectations weren't really that high.
Right.
And now that the wheels are starting to turn, And to be honest, the Rams barely got out of last week. I'm not saying Tampa Bay's defense wasn't 100%, but
And it's Tom Brady over there.
And it's Tom Brady. San Fran, their defense is a little quicker. Like the linebackers are gonna move a little bit quicker. That secondary shifts a lot faster. You can't make those mistakes against San Fran because that defense is smothering. Even though the former defensive coordinator is in with the Jets, you still have a lot of people in place, and then their current defensive coordinator, I mean, he's not the same. I like Sulla first, but I just got San Fran and Jimmy G, man. People talk trash about Jimmy G. How are they gonna get rid of him? Is Trey gonna start all this the whole season? And he's just like, all right, I'm gonna put that in my mind, keep going. And he's just
They can
balling.
trade him to us. They can trade him to us. I wouldn't mind seeing Jimmy G there, bro.
Yo. You saying that? I swear to God, I'm gonna send you this tweet. It was Jack Fritz from WIP here in Philadelphia, Marks and Reed show. He literally tweeted this. He said, "I am rooting for the 49ers so hard this weekend because I want them to have false belief in Jimmy G so they can re-sign him and keep him when they can trade us Trey Lance." I said, bruh, now you're starting to use your mind because I am all for that. Yes, let Jimmy G go out there and snap, and they be like, oh, we got our guy.
I don't want no Trey Lance.
We give you this first round and let me get Trey.
Let me get Trey.
I ain't getting Trey. I ain't see him do nothing that excites me. And he from the same school as Carson Wentz.
But
I
the
don't
talent,
need
though,
that.
the arm talent, the speed, all that. Like that, he's Josh Holland, but faster. Like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, listen, I understand that, but he played for the same school as Carson Wentz, and I'm cool.
Oh, dang.
I'm cool.
Just let Carson be great. Let's just leave his name out. He had a rough into season.
Hey yo, leave my man.
We're not going through that again, bro.
We got that Kirk Cousins.
We need that D1 SEC type quarterback.
Oh,
I'm
Lord.
cool. If we gonna go to a quarterback. But I'm cool. Y'all know I love Jalen Hurts, so I'm gonna give him one more year. But
we can trade y'all Kirk Cousins if y'all want. We trying to get rid of a contract.
Hell no. Hell no. I'll take Dalvin Cook. That's about it.
That's 60% of our 70% of our offense. Can't do it,
man. Jesus Christ.
I mean, when you the whole offense, man, like
golly, bro. Like 6 foot, 198 pounds.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
His brother about to come out in the draft too, right? From Georgia, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe so. Yes, I believe
his brother a dog too.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
Did you give your score?
No. Yeah, go ahead, give your score. No, he said 30-29.
That
was for AFC. No, that was AFC.
Oh, that was
AFC.
For this one, yeah.
For this one, 30-23.
San Fran. 3 49ers.
San Fran.
So they about to put up some numbers then.
Jimmy.
So, like with me, this team played what? 3 times or 2 or 3 times, right? During the season.
In the division. Yeah, they're in the division. Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't see a team. I think they swept them. I think the 49ers swept the Rams this year.
They did. This will be the third time they see them this year.
Yeah, I don't see the same team losing a third time straight. I think it's going to be one hell of a game. It's going to be way closer than everybody, predicting. It's just, for me, the Rams defense is really crazy to me. And
it is, yeah.
Like, I don't know if Jimmy G can handle it in the off. I don't know, because he's a Super Bowl quarterback. Let's just put that out. He is a Super Bowl quarterback, no matter what somebody says. He's been to the dance. I just think the Rams defense is overwhelming.
And missing Trent Williams, who's hurt. He looked like he's going to try to play, but it looked like, and that's their left tackle. He's going to try to play,
Trent.
But it's not looking too promising.
Yeah, I think that plays in effect. And then it's just, bro, Cooper Kupp is a bull. I already told you that's my MVP for the season. So I got the Rams winning, but I actually have Odell. Like, you talk trash to Odell. I think he's going to have a little solid game. I think it's going to be a lot of concentration on Kupp, because that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
That's where the Bucs made a mistake. I don't know how this man is one-on-one all the way down the field with the game on the line. But it's gonna be close. Usually I have my blowouts.
You sure gave that
30,
already.
yeah, 32 to like 27, 28.
Okay.
So I say
I'm trying.
32, 28.
I'm trying to tell
Rams.
y'all.
Rams.
Tyshawn Debo. Go ahead, put a
No,
picture of Debo from Friday.
Hold on.
Debo.
I love Debo. It's just, bro, this man Aaron Donald, Von Miller coming around. Ramsey is still a bull. Like we'll see. It's just I'm thinking more so a defense. This is gonna be a defense versus defense game.
That's where I was getting at because this game potentially has to this game off the rip, you could just look at it and say this is probably the best game that's going to be this weekend because you're already thinking the Chiefs are just going to blow out the Bengals, which that game actually has potential to be better because of the offensive side of both sides of the ball. But this week at 6:30 with the Rams and 49ers, I got the Rams winning. And initially, I was with you, Zach. I feel like this was even though Burrow is more of a heart pick with an upset, this was more of a matchup pick that I believe the 49ers could have won if they were healthy. Because an interesting stat that came up, I didn't even know this, but Sean McVay is 0-7. No, I'm lying. That's the way around. I'm right. Sean McVay is 0-7 against Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers. So that's back to the point you mentioned earlier as well, as far as Sean McVay last week possibly being on the hot seat if they lost that game.
He for sure on this hot. Yeah, he for sure on the hot seat this week.
This game.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me the person that's in the division you legit can't beat? 0-7. He's never won one game against the 49ers, even with Jimmy Garoppolo, even with missing earlier in the year, they was missing their whole team to injury, and they still lost to the 49ers this year. Then added on top of it, Trent Williams, we all know, used to play for the Redskins, good left tackle, is trending. He's going to try to play, so he might limp out there and play, but he working on one with.
He doing a team the service.
He left the last play of the game.
That's a big ball. He need to sit out.
He's gonna play. They're gonna shoot his ankle up. He's gonna be good. Debo. I love Debo.
You ain't that.
Everything.
Debo.
So you got the offensive line that's in shambles, and then just Jimmy G. He literally tried his hardest to give that game away last week to the Packers. I mean, literally, possession after possession, he literally tried to give the game away to the Packers, and the Packers just couldn't take it. And then, like you said, Von Miller, Aaron Donald coming around the edges. Ramsey, he might not be stacked up with Debo all the time because they move him around a lot, but you got him out there. The linebackers are pretty solid. And like you said, offensively, I feel like Odell is going to have a game. I got Odell finally going to his first championship game. And who's going to guard Cooper Kupp? I mean, who's going to guard him? Then I don't know where Tyler Higbee, the tight end for the Rams, came from. He had a spectacular game last week.
He had a spectacular year. He had a spectacular year, bro. He on my fantasy team.
He says, I know.
Higbee from Marlon.
Y'all got to remember George Kittle for the 49ers too, so that's gonna pull Ramsey.
Yeah.
Ramsey's gonna have to come up. He's gonna have to come up too.
Yeah,
And then Debo, it's gonna be a game.
These two coaches you gotta love. They're young. They're innovative.
Yes.
I lean more to Kyle because I love his style of coaching, his offense essentially like that. I love all the motioning. I love the running. You know what I mean? Setting up the pass. That's just the style of basketball. The style of football.
But he's 7-0 against him. He's 7-0 against McVay. So I would lean towards that side too.
I mean, you got to. McVay got to finally
imagine not being a team in 3 years.
Down to the chip. So that's what I'm rocking with. Just the matchup. It's just so many people missing from 49ers and the Rams coming into a situation fully healthy. And I also look at the fact that how they won last week, that's kind of the proverbial monkey coming off of Matthew Stafford's back, because that was his thing. He had the arm talent. He throw for a lot of yards. He do this, he do that. But when it's time for him to win, he always throws the picks. He always fumbles. He always makes a mistake, stuff like that.
But then you also got to remember, my bad. You also got to remember the running back, the split backs. They run 3 running backs essentially for the 49ers, and they're going to be moving Aaron Donald. It's going to be, like you said, I both said it. It's going to be a game of chess for real. And then that play fake. That's going to be a good game.
For me,
this going to be a 1.
I got a lower score when it comes to it. It ain't too much low. We still hitting the 20s. They can get the 30, but I'm just going to go with me personally. I got the Rams winning 28. Shoot, I got this like another field goal game essentially, like that. Like to be all honest, like just one of those like last minute, like 27 to 24 type games. Like I got that type of situation going on where it's just late. You make a play, maybe Odell break loose or Cooper Kupp or something like that, because I do feel the 49ers, I feel opposite with them when it comes to like Joe Burrow and them, where I feel like Joe Burrow and them is just going to keep trending good, being an underdog. I feel like the 49ers are just giving their best shot and they just finally just run out of gas. I mean, essentially they made the playoffs.
Bro, they always in a bowl though. Like that's the weird part.
Games the last 3 weeks.
The 49ers, it's really crazy. It's really crazy they've been in the 2 Super Bowls of the last 3 years. Like, I don't know why we don't hold the 49ers up here, but for some reason they are always in a championship. But it's crazy. But he's a Super Bowl quarterback. Like it's really crazy.
That defense was mean back then too, though. Don't forget that.
The defense mean now, though. No, the defense mean now. This nigga Bosa is really a bull.
They missing a lot of these starters. That was a comeback this year.
It was kind of how the Ravens were right before they were about to get rid of Joe Flacco. Like, we knew that they could have made it to the Super Bowl or at least the AFC, but we let them off the hook all the time because they're like, it's Joe Flacco. No shade, Joe. But yeah.
Say less, man. I like that.
Yeah, that's gonna be the game, though.
We
Debo!
hit everything that we needed to hit, man. Pause, but we hit them. No, but for real though, man, we enjoyed the discussion, man. Again, this is some great talk. We got a good weekend coming up on football. Got some basketball games coming up. Trade deadline. Oh, I want to just let everyone know that's watching, man. February 10th, we're going live. Trade deadline day from 12 to 4. Every news, every trade,
what day is that on?
Happens that day leading up to that 3 o'clock hour when the trade deadline is done. We're going to be right here with you for those 3 to 4 hours, just giving you everything, news and knowledge. As we have people tapping in with us, giving us their discussions, everything. It's going to be a good time. Definitely make sure y'all look out for that. Flyers, promo, all that stuff will be out real soon. When it comes to that, within next week, I believe I should have all that out to you guys to know. To tap in with us again, man. I appreciate you guys. I got my man Zig, the artist, here sitting with me.
Yeah.
We got AB, Zach over there, man. It's OpenGymPodcast. Just bringing laughter, fun, sports, entertainment, all them things at one time. And coming together right now. So, man, I appreciate you guys tapping in with us again. Again, make sure y'all go stream, download, whatever you got to do on all streaming platforms, Apple, Spotify, Black Planet, Backpage, whatever you need to go to find.
If it's on them joints, that's
make
love.
Sure you go stream Louder Than Words by my fellow co-host Zig the artist, man. My favorite track on the already know.
Sir.
Why we become enemies. That's my.
That was good. That was dope. Good stuff, bro.
Like that.
Thank you, bro.
That's my shot. But yeah, man.
Debo!
Stay with Debo. Stay with us, man. This is the Open Gym Pod. Thank you guys for tapping in with us, man.
Yes, sir.
We gonna be out of here, man. I appreciate you guys. And let's get it, man. See y'all till next time. It's your boy AB, Zig, and Zach, and we on out of here. Yes, sir.
Hey.
energy, how we turn enemies. Now I'm in the booth and I'm singing these melodies. You was a part of the legacy, you was my destiny. Now we move separately, seeing you and him trying to tap in my jealousy. I should just let you be, you ain't won't let me free. Since you got the recipe, you moving recklessly. You want my energy, how we turn enemies. One to the head like I'm Kennedy, writing this song, girl, and you sleeping preciously. I know your tendencies, we need some therapy. Our love got equity, everyone first, girl, but who come in second me? Everyone first, girl, but who come in second me?